Assalamualaikum everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to run uh, like higher graphics game on lower end PCs. So that is what our channel is all about. So let's check first of all what are my specs that I'm talking about. So these days, like, I think my graphic card and my specs are like almost low end except for the RAM. I think today we will be showing you the gameplay. I will be showing you of Tekken 8. So I have a 16 GB RAM, but I think this is the most important thing for any newer game. I think if you can't afford anything, you must try to have like 16 GB RAM, no matter like DDR3, DDR4, DDR5. I think first, like, you should have like 16 GB RAM. It is very important. I have a DDR3 16 GB RAM, and I have a Core i5 4th generation, and I have a graphic card of like 2 GB, and it is GeForce GTX 1050. The minimum requirement for Taken 8 was GTX 1050 Ti with the 8 GB RAM, and I don't exactly remember the processor that it was like talking about, but my processor is like fine for this game. So first of all, what I did is overclock my graphic card. I think if you have a graphic card, it's of 2 GB. We all know that these days 2 GB graphic card is like not that much enough for newer games. So what I did is I overclocked my graphic card. So for overclocking, I use MSI Afterburner. I will provide its link in the description as well. You can download it from there. So MSI Afterburner gives you these options, right? One thing you gotta know before overclocking your graphic card is that never go close to core voltage and the fan. Especially, I mean, the fan is not that much, to be honest, but the core voltage, I think if you want to try it, like, you must have a lot of knowledge. Like, if you want to try it, you must learn how much I mean, your graphic card can take, or I mean, it will, to be honest, I think it will like damage its lifespan or something. I think it will decrease the lifespan of your graphic card. It kinda is dangerous for your graphic card. But in my case, all I did is tweak my core clock and memory clock. Now, the main thing about the core clock and the memory clock that I did was I watched a YouTube video that showed me the settings for my GTX 1050, right? So I'll show you some of the settings that I got a screenshot, I guess, of that. Yes. So this was a video on YouTube. You can find it as well for my graphic card. So I had these example overclocks, right? I chose the last one there, 220 and 500. I tried every single one of them, but on these one I felt my performance got better, but my game crashed, right? So what I did, I kept tweaking, like plus 10 or plus 5 or minus, like I kept on going 10 above if my performance was getting better and better and better. I got 10 FPS more in Taken 8 than I was getting before, right? 10 FPS in a combat game like this, in a fighting game, is like a lot. I mean, in this game, you will see if my gameplay goes below 60 FPS to like 50, 51, 52, and even 53 FPS. I mean, in open world kind of games, we don't feel that much FPS drop, like, right? Like, we don't feel it in our gameplay. But in this game, if you go at that level, like 53, 51, 52 FPS, you will observe that the game is like running in slow motion now. And it's absolutely horrible for like a combat game to run below 60. It's absolutely horrible. So this, after this tweak, I was able to like have a lot better graphics in my game, and I was also able to like play my game better than before, right? And then also one of another thing that I want to talk about is that I used some of the mods out there for Taken, uh, which are semi potato and potato stages mod. I used one potato stage, I guess, and other than that, there are like 3 to 4 semi potato stages mod, right? So those semi potato stages mods were the ones that helped me a lot in my gameplay, and they made my gameplay a lot better. So the first tweak that I would recommend you is to overclock your graphic card, right? And if you can play with the core clock and the memory clock and make your graphic card perform better for you, I think that will already help you in 5, 6, 7, or maybe in like my case 10 FPS better than before, right? uh, Now let's move on to the gameplay and see how the game itself is performing, right? To be honest, the game is like performing really well now, really well. Like, I didn't expect it to, because at the beginning when I downloaded the game and played it, I was like, nah man, I can't run that. Like, I was disappointed at the start that I might not be able to run this game at the like I want to, and like the graphics and the gameplay that I want to, I will not have the same things. So like, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I saw a lot of people use a lot of different type of things. Like, people were out there will recommend you, no, you cannot run a full HD resolution, and like, you will not be able to have good graphics, like, and a good gameplay at the same time. So what I did was this. Now it's in full HD first of all, and the most important thing is that my rendering scale is 80. Any Taken player knows how much that is. Everything. I put this shadow quality on medium, I put texture quality on medium. I knew texture quality will never work. Effect quality on medium, background quality on medium, and everything. I tried every single tweak here, and after that I found that this is the best setting that I have for my PC. I recommend you should try as well, and if it works, comment down below as well. It will be like an honor for me. But I tried literally every tutorial out there on YouTube about keeping your setting to lowest possible and everything. Like, you can't run on full HD and this and that. Now when I'll go in the game, I'll show you that how it is running on 60 FPS and the graphics doesn't look bad at all. All of the low-end PC gamers know how much important for them is the gameplay more than the graphics. Like, I have been using Core to Do for like 10 years, and I know how important it is that I have played like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag on that PC, and it was like absolutely horrible to play. But when I came on this PC, I got everything better. But the thing is that gameplay and graphics, like, absolutely in the middle. Like, we want the balance between those two in a PC. If you don't have a high-end PC, try to balance your PC with like gameplay with the graphics. Like, in this game, 60 FPS is the most important thing that you have to have. Like, if I'll go below 60 FPS, you will see a lot of lagging. Now, which stages did I use potato mode and semi potato mode on? I used semi potato on this one because it has a lot of lightning effect and there were too many people as well. So I used semi potato for this. This stage is absolutely in its original state. It runs absolutely fine on my PC. After overclocking, it like doesn't even leave the 60 FPS, to be honest. These two stages had the best texture, to be honest. These were beautiful looking stages. But I used the semi potato mode, and to be honest, it didn't take a lot out of it except for these buildings and textures especially. But like I said, it's a balance of gameplay and graphics. I knew that these two stages, I tried everything, they were running on 40-45 FPS. This one especially, this one was like 50-51. But the problem was that as I told you, if in this game, if you have like 7-8 FPS below 60, it will feel like you're playing in slow motion. And that is the truth. And I think this Yakushima is in its original state, or maybe like So it wasn't a lot of difference. I mean, those reindeers won't be there in semi-potato version, and you won't have like too much texture as well. Now the difference between the potato and the semi-potato version of the game will be like, I can tell you in this stage. When I used the potato version of this stage, that blooming effect at the back and that hand, all of them disappeared, right? And it became like textureless this stage almost. But if I use the semi-potato version, only the blooming effect got away. All of those textures and these trees and everything was in its place, and it kinda didn't look bad as well. But this stage is absolutely eating my FPS, to be honest. These two stages. This one not that much. I used semi-potato and it was fine. This one I had to use the full potato version of the stage. Like, there are people here and llamas. You will not see those peoples and llamas, to be honest. Now I will show you the best possible gameplay. Best possible stage is this one that I have full 60 FPS on, and this one is the worst possible. So let's try both of them so we can see how much it affects our gameplay and if that tweaking works on my PC, because my PC, my graphic card especially, doesn't meet, and I think even my processor doesn't meet the minimum requirements that were out there for this game. So let's see. Let's see the gameplay and we'll find out. Now see, this is full 60 FPS, as you can see on the like top left corner of the screen. It's full 60 FPS, this gameplay. It barely goes down than 60 FPS on like a video scene or something. Other than that, it's working absolutely fine, as you can see. So this is what I'm talking about, that with a little bit tweaking, you can run every single game out there on your PC. Some modes, some things that you have to try on it, you have to, but if you want to enjoy the gameplay, I think everyone can enjoy the gameplay of different games out there at the moment, because of the fact that these days games focus a lot on the graphics, to be honest. But I think that the balance between graphics and the gameplay is what makes the game good. And this is what I did with Tekken here, that it wasn't running very well. I took about 3 months, I guess, to like fix this game perfectly according to my need, and I am showing this to you on tutorial, so you won't have to work too hard. Some of the tweaks that I did, that overclocking and everything, like the potato stages mode, and as you can see, my health bar is also like modded. I use different modes, and I will give the link as well of the two sites that I used to download the mods for this game. Now let's try the worst stage out there that is killing my FPS, that is killing the FPS on my PC at the moment. Let's see how it performs. I don't know why, but in the first round this stage gets a lot slower, but in the second round this stage gets better. Like, look at the top right, left corner now. It's saying 57, 56, not wholly like 60 FPS, but sometimes I don't know why it just gives me a lot of lag. But this is the full potato version of this stage. As you can see, there are no people, no llamas and everything, but again, the gameplay is absolutely fine and it's working great. I mean, the character skins and everything is in its place. All I did was a bit of texture removal from the back, and I will be thankful for that modder who made this potato stages mod and semi-potato stages mod, because it helped these kind of gamers a lot, because we guys like on lower specs, we want to enjoy the game. So I think this was the most important aspect for us, and it made us like enjoy our gameplay. So this is like absolutely great. I mean, 50-60 FPS, and like the worst stage, I'm saying that this is the worst stage that was giving me the worst performance out there, and it works on 60 FPS. And as you can see, my settings is not highly in like lower. Like if you have rendering scale on 80, it's perfectly good. and it looked good as well, to be honest. And when I didn't like downloaded these mods, but I had to, because as I told you, 45-50 fps in this game is like slow motion. It's absolutely horrible to play a game on those settings. So these are some of the tweaks that I did to the game. I highly recommend you to try it as well and tell me what you had the problem with your PCs. But I think this is the best setting out there for this game at the moment, for a PC that is close to like a 2 GB graphic card, like a 16 GB RAM, a 4th generation PC. I think this is the best things you can do with your PC to run this game good. And the link to the mods I will give in the link in the description. All of the links, like this MSI Afterburner, and like everything that I used for this, I will give you the links in the description. And next time I will inshallah show you how to run like WWE 2K24 on a lower end PC as well. But that game is not like that much graphics consuming as compared to Tekken 8. But like this is the main like reason that I was doing it on Taken 8, because it took me like 3 months to like make this game run on 60 fps in every single stage in the best possible settings that I could ever have, like a balance between graphics and gameplay. I think you should try my settings. So these were the tweaks that I had for you for this game. We will inshallah look forward into another game. Do comment below that what you think, and subscribe to our channel for more these kind of videos for low spec gameplays, and we will come back to you inshallah in the next video.